Hey guys, what I'm going to show you in this video is going to shock you because you're going to realize that all of these Tinder experts out here, like all of these Tinder coaches that have been telling you, hey, just take better pictures and you're going to get matches. Or hey, use some AI pics and you're going to start getting matches. Or just like, hey, plug my Tinder bio in and you'll start getting matches. Plug this copy paste Tinder bio in and you're gonna start getting matches. All of them are full of crap, and I'm going to show you in this video exactly why that is, and I'm also even going to give you a solution at the end of this video so that you're not stuck with this problem for long. So before we go into that, I'm going to show you that I used to be a Tinder coach myself back in like 2016 to 2020. The reason I stopped doing it was because I realized that blasting the same advice to everyone on the internet is not the way to go. That makes the advice stop working. And that's why I kind of stopped. I also saw that the dating apps were taking a nosedive. They were going downhill and they just weren't working anymore. This happens with all these platforms that come out. Every time a new platform comes out, it's good in the beginning, just like, let's say a stock price goes up in the beginning, then it comes down and just like crashes. This is usually what happens with these platforms. Okay, it's just like with like the stock market. So in the beginning, it's like good, it's a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump. It goes up and then it's just like a slow, steady downhill trend from there. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I used to be a Tinder coach. I used to tell guys take better pictures. Hey, take the shirtless selfie. You're going to get the girl turned on. She's going to be interested sexually in you, and so on and so forth. I was telling guys this. And I was giving all the advice. My advice was so powerful that I was like one of the best. In fact, there's a guy who even like copied me and became famous. I'll leave you to figure out who that is on your own, but you'll see that what I was doing was really powerful and I knew exactly what to do. So without further ado, let me show you some examples of my Tinder days back in the day. By the way, Tinder still works. It's not like it stopped working. It's just that I use it less. I use another approach now. So let's go into the results from back when it was really, really popping, when it was really, really doing well. So I'm going to go into that right now. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, okay? So here is what my matches used to look like. I would have tons of matches and stuff. Like I would get numbers like crazy and stuff like this, from hot girls. And I'm going to show you that proof just in a second here. So this is like back then. This is a girl that I matched with, and I actually hooked up with her like under some under some fucking stairs or something in the public. Seriously, I met her up and like I fucking hooked up with her in like in the public under some stairs because her sister was home and she didn't want me to come in or something like that. I was like weird. So yeah, okay. So here's how the first message, like I messaged her first. It was like, OMG, we both like Lana Del Rey, because her profile had like Lana Del Rey in it. So I said, I opened with that, right? And so she's teasing me, and I'm just like, yeah, it had whatever, sexy smile, want to smash. So I'm going sexualizing quickly with the messages, right? That was my technique. By the way, my profile was very like it had like shirtless selfies, it had all that stuff, which I could show you in a second here. So it wasn't like, but the pictures were not like amazing either. They were just like regular pictures. There wasn't like professional pictures either. Right. So all these guys telling you, hey, you need to get better pictures. Why? I mean, even without amazing pictures, I was getting results like this. So what the hell is going on there, right? But like I'm not gonna lie, like getting better pictures does have a great effect on the Tinder profile, but it worked for a while. It worked for a while, and I'll get to that in a second here. But here's all the proof that I was like doing well on Tinder. Okay, so she says I want you to f me, and my pee is wet. She's saying all this stuff, and she sends me like a selfie, or like whatever, like she sends me this. And then I like met up with her through like Uber or whatever. And then this is another chick that I matched with. She was like a blonde on college campus, right? She's in her like early 20s, and so like I was messaging her, and here's how it ended up. She says, I have a pretty kinky side that nobody guesses about, and you seemed pretty kinky, so yeah, I was curious. Yeah. So, what's your Snapchat? We can chat there if you want. So, I sent her the Snapchat, and then we messaged, whatever. Not every guy is a bad guy, whatever. This chick also matched with me. Another hot one, right? You can take an Uber to me. What would we even do? Talk and flirt. Okay. Alright, so here's another one. Okay, so this one is like super hot. She's like really, like you'd consider this chick like an 8 maybe, And she says, are you gonna say anything pervy or not? Let's cut to the chase. This is because of the way my profile looked, which by the way wasn't even that high quality. It was just like, some shirtless selfies. Some of them were even blurry, and they weren't even that good looking. Like they were just very like hypersexualized basically, right? So the whole point here is that what I'm trying to say is that I had results with Tinder, and I still do have results with Tinder. It's just the thing is, well, let's look at this first, and then I'll discuss that in a second. You look like trouble. I'm a bit a lot of trouble. Is your bio a joke or legit? Da, 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 da. She says I've never been recorded, but that's cool with me. So yeah, she's DTF. Look, did you mean that in your bio? Yeah, did it catch your attention? Okay, so yeah, whatever. And this one is saying, this chick is saying your bio is nice, but not rough enough for me. Okay, so she wants like rough or something like that. So what you're seeing here is that I had like, it's not like I'm not like an expert here. I know I've been doing this since like 2014, 2015. I knew exactly what works, and it wasn't having amazing pictures that was going to fix everything. It's not like having amazing pictures is the end all be all. Okay, there are other issues at play here. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second here. Okay, so let's go back to my camera here. All right, so let's discuss that. So over the years, I improved my pictures. In the beginning, they were blurry, they were crappy, and I was getting results like those. Okay, and that was when Tinder was early, early phases, when it was just newly released, and I was getting results like those with blurry, crappy pictures. Okay, and I'm not that good looking. Okay, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm like average, whatever. Some people even say like I'm below average or whatever. Some people say I'm ugly as fuck. All right, great, but I've fucked a lot of girls. With what? How? Right? So let's look at this. Okay, so, and over the years, I improved my pictures, but I didn't go as far as taking professional pictures and all of that. But I knew that it would enhance the results a lot. So yes, it does work. So I'm not saying that the professional pictures thing doesn't work. I'm just saying that they've been hammering the crap out of that. It's not the end all solution. Okay, it worked for a while, but eventually, I'll tell you what's wrong with that piece of advice. All right, so this is the mid 2020s. We're in the 2026. It's over with the dating apps. So yeah, the same tired old advice ain't gonna work. Okay, telling guys to go take pictures go get better pictures, go do this. Every guy is telling you to do that. Every guy is telling all the guys to do that, you know. And eventually it just turns into this whole, you're on the treadmill constantly having to get better pictures, and next month it stops working, you have to come back and you have to start taking new pictures again. You're doing a full-time job at that point, right? So it's just not it's not the pictures, it's the platform. That's what I really learned over the years, and I'm going to get to that at the end of the video, what the solution to that is. But so yeah, I got some notes here. I'm going over the reasons for this. The reason for the this old advice, this tired old advice about go take better pictures, bro. Go take a picture with a dog, all this other stuff. Tinder coaches have been teaching the same tired old advice to millions of men worldwide. Okay, the same stuff since 2016. They've been telling you the same stuff. There are courses for dating apps showing you how to take a pic with a dog. They have been telling you, hey, go to the gym and take a picture while you're lifting weights, or take it with your shirt off, flexing your muscles, or whatever. Make a video or something like that. Just all over the place. It's the same thing. They've been repeating it again and again and again. What they haven't told you is that, this advice stops working eventually when everyone is doing the same thing. When everyone is doing that same stuff, the advice stops working. Okay? An analogy that I want to tell you is when, for example, let's talk about business. In 2016 to 2018, there was the Facebook ad agencies, okay? Everyone was doing the Facebook ad agency. Everyone was trying to start a Facebook ad agency. Everyone was trying to run ads for businesses and make money like that, okay? That was everyone and their mom was trying to start a Facebook ad agency. And the guys that were making the most money during that time were the guys that were teaching guys how to start a Facebook ad agency. Okay, so they were they were creating courses on how to start a Facebook ad agency, you see? And so since they were telling you how to make money by starting a Facebook ad agency, they were telling everyone to do the same thing, and it worked for a while. I started my own Facebook ad agency, and I was targeting financial services companies, and I was making $5,000 a month per client, and everything was good, right? But this is just a short-term thing. When people are told the same thing, when the same thing is when everyone's doing the same thing, and people are trying to do the same thing in the market, it stops working eventually. Okay, it stops working eventually. You have to differentiate. In business, this is called differentiation, unique value proposition. It's also called building a moat. All these different things. Yeah, so we're gonna apply that to dating instead of doing that. But at the end of the video, I'll talk to you about that. But so this is why it stopped working, because they're teaching the same tactics, and then they're selling these courses to millions of guys that are telling you to do the same stuff. Take a picture with a dog, do this, do that, or the other thing, do this. That's one reason why the dating apps are not working anymore. Another reason is, and I know this because I used to be a Tinder expert, and I still have a course on this. And it's probably one of the best courses because I did not scale it up. It's more tailored to getting girls off the app fast and getting them to meet up very quickly. Those other guys, they sell courses on how to how to be witty and how to be clever and stuff. So it seems like you're doing good, but you're not really gonna meet her up and actually do anything with that. So those guys are selling the feel good stuff. I'm selling the results with the Tinder course that I had. Anyways, So yeah, everyone doing the same thing. It stops working. This is similar to like the Facebook ad agencies in 2016 or AI agencies now. Now in the current time period, we're looking at AI agencies right now. AI agencies that like do AI receptionist. You'll go on YouTube right now in like 2026. You're going to see a lot of people like selling AI receptionist agencies. This is some completely stupid stuff, and they are selling this for like thousands of dollars to unsuspecting business owners that don't realize you can just build something like that from by asking Claude to build it for you, right? So they're just like doing all this stuff, and it's gonna make some people some money in the short term, but in the long term, it's just gonna fizzle out, just like the Facebook ad agency trend did. So another thing that is really important to understand right now is that the platforms are absolute trash right now. Okay, the platforms are absolute trash now. Like I said, there's a peak and then there's the drop. It's a pump and dump. Okay, peak and then drop. The apps peaked in 2020, 2022, and then boom, this is just gone. Now the reason for that is the algorithm, the profile bans for no reason. They just ban your profile out of nowhere. There's like some hidden rules. They won't tell you why they banned you either. And then there's the algorithm. You don't know like what this algorithm. They're just like very suspicious about it. I mean, they're just very like mysterious. Mysterious is the word. Mysterious about the algorithm. They're just like, oh, you have to swipe right. You can't swipe right on every girl. You have to be selective. Some people say that. Some people think, oh, you have to swipe right on every girl because if the app thinks you're not active, then you're not going to be seen by girls. Like all these different theories out there, like it's completely stupid. So the algorithm is completely like preventing men from being visible. Like you get a few views maybe, but you're not being seen by all these women. You're not seeing, and the reason for that is that the gender ratio has gone out of control. There's way more men on these apps than there are like women, so that's another thing. Um, and the thing is, like, these platforms are trash. Profile bans for no reason. These companies are out of control, and you're stuck on their platform because nothing better exists. Um, and I'll show you something that does in the end of this video. Stick with me. I'll show you something better that does exist. The platform has way more men than women now, so like I said, gender ratio problem. It's just like the stock market. You gotta buy when the stock is undervalued, not when it is overbought. Okay, so right now Tinder is overbought. A lot of men have bought into the hype that there's a lot of women on there looking to hook up. So there's a mass amount of men. The women, maybe they're probably there, but like it's a lot less. There's a lot of scammers, a lot of bots, a lot of trannies, and all types of stuff. So it is a problem. Um, so yeah, that's what it is. And so what we have here is like the whole thing is just like a never-ending treadmill that you're running on. You're constantly like running on this treadmill, trying to get matches, trying to get better pictures, trying to change your picture the next month because maybe some algorithm thing happened, or maybe you stopped getting matches as much, or maybe a better camera came out, or oh, you gotta go out and take new pictures, or oh, maybe they banned AI pictures, so now you can only get results if you use real pictures. you know so many different things. It's just like you're constant. It feels like a full-time job, right, at this point. And then if you do get a match, you have to like be clever with the girl, and oh, I hope I don't mess this up. Okay, I hope I don't mess this up because she's got like hundreds of other matches. Why does she have 100 other matches? It's because of the gender ratio is off, and she feels like she has a lot of value there. Why? Because women get hundreds of matches, thousands of matches, men get very few. There's a disconnect there, okay? All right, so we've gone over the problems with the whole better pics, bro. We know it's not about better pictures. We know that it's about the platform now, okay? How do you bypass a platform when it comes to online dating? How do you bypass one? I found a way. The way that I did it is that I set up my own website and I created like my own dating profile, and then I drove traffic to it from from the different platforms, like social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all these different platforms. I would run ads and I would direct them to my website where I had like my dating profile, and it was a lot better dating profile than just Tinder. Okay, this is a different dating profile. This is like a next level. Women were coming to me. I wasn't chasing. I'm not swiping, I'm not doing anything. I'm not wasting my time. Like, my time is worth a lot. Like, I run financial marketing agency, $5,000 a month per client. My time is worth a lot of money. Okay, so every hour that I'm spending swiping on girls, doing this stupidity, every hour that I spend messaging girls, trying to get them to meet up because they're flaky, because they're on Tinder, because there's got 100 other guys messaging them on that app, that hour is worth a lot to me. So why not have her come to me, click my ad, opt in to meet me, fill out an application, everything like that, and then she messages me first, and then I don't have to compete with hundreds of other guys to text her and to get her to come out and meet me. Okay? It's a completely different ballgame. And so that's what I have. I have the ability now to bypass these platforms and completely change the game. This is not for every guy. Like I said, when everyone starts doing the same thing, it stops working. And I'm not going to sell this. I'm not going to show guys how to do this on a mass scale, because that would defeat the purpose and it just would stop working. And everyone would need to then do only cold approach or some other tactic, which is, I don't really see the value in cold approach unless you're partying on the weekend or something like that. You want to approach girls, it's fun. Take them home, whatever you want to do. But this whole like swiping thing, this platform thing, this is a big issue. And if you want to solve this, go to my website, engineereddates.com. It's engineered dash or hyphen dates.com. And watch the video. I explain everything about how it works, and then book a call with me if you think you're a good fit. Don't worry, it's not like a very expensive thing. I just want to make sure that we're a good fit before I work with you and show you how this all works. So that's pretty much it on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys got a lot of value from it. And I hope to work with you guys soon. Yeah. All right. Peace.